Search for the best of the best across the land. Not an easy task.
story began centuries ago with the appearance of Akolo, a mysterious craftsman in a small town called Ijuka, at the banks of a great lagoon. Akolo the craftsman settled amongst blacksmiths and wood carvers and soon began to teach even the best craftsmen in town from his wealth of experience. And because of his mastery, his fame soon spread across the town and beyond. However, his legend truly began after he brewed the first indigenous brew of that era. To perfect his recipe, he traded some of his artworks with European merchants in exchange for ingredients never seen before in that part of the world. People came from far and wide just to taste Akolo's unique brew. Akolo's successes got him the attention of the king, who rewarded him by making him a member of his advisory council. However, in all his fame and fortune, Akolo closely guarded the secret of his brew to his heart and never revealed the recipe to anyone, not even the king, who he had formed a close bond with. As the fame of Akolo's brew grew, merchants formed a new trading route with Ijuka, which gave the town a greater economic power. But then, enemies began to gather with the aim to invade, plunder Ijuka's wealth, and most importantly, to find the secret recipe of Akolo's brew. On getting wind of this plot by her neighbors, the king consulted Akolo to plan how best to defend Ijuka. Akolo devised a genius battle plan which helped the vastly inexperienced and outnumbered Ijuka forces to win a battle against a vastly superior force. But then, Akolo's victory only gave rise to a new breed of enemies. Powerful forces within the king's advisory council became jealous of his popularity and feared that the king might make him his successor. They plotted severally to kill him, but he managed to outfox them at every attempt. Akolo became wary of all these attacks, and then he feared for his life. He retreated deep into the mangrove forest and was never to be seen again, taking with him his wealth of knowledge contained in an iron chest. Ijuka would manage to survive for a few years, but the loss of Akolo drastically affected its fame and fortune. Enemies began circling around and recruited for another assault on Ijuka. The battle was swift and one-sided as the foreign invaders laid waste to the once prominent town. Ijuka became the shadow of itself, living in fear of unannounced invasion from foreign threats and in constant regret of the flight of Akolo, secretly hoping for a day when the wise Akolo the craftsman would walk back into their midst. But in time, their hopes gradually faded away, just like the morning mist. Since it's common knowledge that Akolo the craftsman's last location was his ride into the mangrove forest, the Council of Elders will be sending worthy adventurers on a search back in time to the age of craftsmanship. Their task will be to search and discover Akolo's secret in the iron chest never recovered. Their journey will be daunting, and the odds will not be in their favor. They have to defeat their doubts and to learn from each other. But first, they must become skilled craftsmen themselves. And the one who returns with the iron chest will be celebrated as a champion. The search begins.
There's a story about this gentleman I'm about to introduce. The television show that brought me to the limelight today, I heard that he was vying for the role that made me a star. So this here is a very special moment because he's never heard this before. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for a one-time host of the Gulder Ultimate Search and the estimable president of Mr. Bob Manuel. Just excuse me if I'll just go off script for a second, sirs and ladies. We'll leave this one for when you You have been to the jungle and back. I think 5 times, if I'm not mistaken, sir?
Yeah, 5 times. Yeah.
5 times.
5 times, yes.
And you have seen from out of the rough diamonds being made.
Oh yeah, you can say that again.
How has it been seeing, after leaving and watching this show evolve from time, and even now after a 7-year hiatus, we're back?
From the time Gulder Ultimate Search was arrested 7 years ago, I had answered questions about it every single day. people were wondering, why was the show rested? When is it coming back? And of course, I keep telling them that, well, I don't know why, but someday it will be back. So I'm glad that the show is coming.
Today, the brand is taking another bold step as it takes on a new identity as craft beer. Brewing craft beer requires an elevated skill, heightened attention to the tiniest detail, and laser-focused precision to choose specific hand-selected ingredients. We have spent a lot of time to make sure we only use the best ingredients we have. So it starts with the water, but of course we have selected the right aroma hops, which will give the right smell and taste to the beer. Also, the beer is produced out of 100% malted barley, which gives a very smooth taste to the beer, and we have a very prolonged fermentation time, which will the beer make even smoother. This is what it takes to brew the new Gulder, and this is exactly what Gulder always stood for, brewing the next level of satisfaction for beer lovers nationwide. I believe that the young men and women who will emerge as finalists on the new season of Gulder Ultimate Search will be inspired and will live to discover a new purpose as they go into the jungle for what promises to be an exciting reality TV show. Welcome to the age of craftsmanship. Welcome to the new Gulder.